This is a quick video about my Matlab Arduino controlled macro rail for macrophotography. First, the setup. On the left, simple specimen holder, my camera with the macro lens on top of the Proxon table with the stepper motor conversion kit, and at the back a NEMA 17 stepper motor that is connected to the Arduino motor shield that sits on top of the Arduino Uno, and then an extra breadboard that has all the circuits to connect to the camera to trigger the shutter. So your camera, you want to be in full manual mode, including manual focus, and you want to set it to bulb mode and set your aperture and your ISO to the settings you want to shoot at. So once you're opening the macro rail graphical user interface, this is what you're going to see. So we want to select Arduino Uno. In my case, it's connected to the COM3 port, and we want to use the Adafruit Motor Shield V2. So we just click connect. Once everything connected, here we have the camera settings, the actual table control, and then the shooting sequence. So for the camera settings, I'm going to set it to my camera, and I'm using the Tokina, which has a magnification of 1:1, setting my shutter speed to 3 seconds, aperture to f8, and my base ISO is 100. Then here at the bottom you see a depth of field estimated, in that case 0.6 millimeters. So if I change my setup to a higher magnification, for example 4:1, you will see that number decreases. And also if I change the aperture to 9.5 or 11, that number is less than it was earlier as well. So I'm going to set it back to 8, so we have this 0.6 millimeter. So now we're going to go over to the actual control. So we have, here's the live view from the camera, and I have a webcam that looks at the Proxon table, so you see what's going on. So what we can do is click on this fast forward button, and you will see it actually starts moving. And here in the live screen you see what's gonna go in and out of focus. So I just click this button again, and I say at this point I want to start my sequence. So I hit set start, and now I'm going to move the table forward again. And I want to wait until the crystal here in the background is nice and focus. And that's about it. So I click the button again to stop the table and set stop. So with those single buttons, you click them and you just move one step at a time, so you can nicely fine adjust where you want to start your sequence and stop your sequence. So going back to the GUI, we see that we have about 3 millimeter between the start and stop. So with 0 overlap, I would need 6 frames with the given depth of field to get everything in focus. So I just want to increase that, let's say to 20%. So now you see I actually need 7 frames to get everything in focus. The delay is once the table moves and stops, there's a 1 second delay before the shutter opens. And for this sequence, it takes about half a minute to get the sequence done. So the next thing is you just click start, and I did a video earlier to just demonstrate it. Goes real quick. So I hit start here, and what you see, that actually the table moves back to the start position automatically, moves forward, takes a picture, 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 and done. And then it moves automatically back to the start position. So next I want to show you what I did a couple of weeks ago is a dragonfly on that same mineral rock. So you see the individual frames moving through, and here's the final picture. So get everything sharp from the very front of the wing back to about this point where I stopped the sequence. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching.